Good afternoon, everybody. It is Saturday, August 9th, and I thought I'd jump on today and give you a quick little update on what is going on in the Big Brother house. So, last time I talked to you would have been before nominations. Things went as expected. Ava nominated Vincent, a.k.a. Vinny, Zach, and Keanu. So they're on the block. Zach was a bit surprised, I guess, apparently. And I don't think Vinny was particularly surprised. He was sweating bullets, and Keanu was not surprised at all. Zach was mostly surprised. He kind of felt like he had some kind of deal or he felt like he was safe with Ava because, if you can recall, way back when, the first night when they had to pick have-nots, Zach was picked, and Zach, part of being a have-not was you were safe, and so Zach picked Ava because there was thought he was going to pick Lauren, and they decided to pick Ava, so Ava was safe. So he feels like in his brain, I made you safe. I kept you safe the first week, Ava, so you kind of owe me. Now, I'm not saying he didn't say you owe me, but that is kind of what his brain apparently was thinking, was that's why he thought he was safe with Ava. So Ava's hemmed and hawed, and she's given the answers of, I've nominated 3 strong guys and yada yada and whatever, and so it's fine. Whatever. We get through that drama. We get through that situation. We get on to the Power Veto today. Power Veto today. It was held this morning. The 2 extra participants, let's see, Mickey hosted, Will and Catherine were the 2 extra participants, along with the head of household and the 3 nominees. It was the punishment prize competition where, they do a competition, and based on how they finish, they get to select their prizes, right? And what it generally means is the person who, well, it depends, right? The first person gets something crappy or gets the power veto, right? The last place person wins the power veto, but then that gets basically passed around until the very last person can either take it or not take it, depending on if they want it or not. Usually, almost every single time they want it. And I do not have an exact play-by-play at this point, but we know a lot. What we know is that, can't tell you the exact mechanics of it, but this won't be shown until next Wednesday, right? Point is, the way the prizes, or the way things worked out, is that Ava got $5,000. Will got a trip to London, or to London, England, or to England, or he got a trip to the UK. And he got that trip, it sounds like, that either Zach didn't take it away from him or Zach gave it to him in exchange for whatever Will had, which very possibly could have been the power veto. Will could have had the power veto, and Zach gave him this trip, knowing full well that somebody else was probably going to take the power veto away from him, would be my guess. That's how I'm imagining it went, but we don't know for sure. So Zach, in essence, gave Will the trip. And so Will is very grateful for that and very appreciative. And he told Ava already when the feeds came back that he will never vote against Zach as a kind of a thank you. All right. This comes to play a little bit later in my talk here. So Will got a prize. Ava got a prize. Catherine won the power veto. And something I saw right towards the end before I jumped on here was that it's possible that Vincent was trying to convince, because maybe Vincent had the power veto and he was trying to convince Kat not to take it from him and to instead take the $5,000 from Kat, from Ava. Sorry, Kat, take it from Kat. For Catherine to take the $5,000 from Ava and let Vincent keep the power veto, which would have annoyed Ava probably, and because she didn't want Vincent to have the opportunity to save himself. So that happened. And then we have the punishments. And the punishments are as follows, and I don't know the specific details on a couple of them. Vincent has to wear a egg costume of some kind. Don't know if he has to do anything, what he has to do, but he has to wear an egg costume, possibly for the entire rest of the week. Not sure. Keanu has to wear a butt, a butler, like a butler. Don't know. He's got to do some tasks or something. We're not sure. Don't know. It'll be goofy. You'll see it on the show. Whatever. And then Patrick, this is not Patrick, Zach. There I go again. I did it again. I was so sure when I said it. Zach has to. By the way, I see Zach in my brain when I say Patrick. That's the problem. I say Patrick and I'm seeing Zach in my. I just don't know why. Zach to me does not look like a Zach. He looks like a Patrick, and I will forever do that. Zach got a punishment that's like an 8-hour task that he'll have to do either. I don't know if it's overnight tonight or overnight tomorrow night, but it's overnight thing, 8 hours, and he had to pick who he was going to have do it with him. And Rachel apparently volunteered. Rachel was explaining to Ava, I think, that she's like, I get to spend 8 hours with Zach talking games, so that's why I did it. So Rachel, in theory, was making a game move by trying to buddy up to Zach and do the competition, do the punishment with him. So those are the punishments and the prizes. The end result here is that Catherine has the power veto. What will she do with it? Will she use it? Nobody. She's not super tight with Vinny or Zach or Keanu, really. So it wouldn't be a shock if she didn't use it. However, Ava has said, I don't care what you do. Or she's going to tell Catherine she doesn't care what she does. She's like, I got a renom in mind, so if you want to use it, use it. It's okay. It's fine. You won the power. You should get to use it if you want to. Ava's ready to renominate or to replace any nominee that's taken down with Morgan. So that's out there. Not that everybody knows that, but a couple of people know that, and Morgan, I think, suspects it. So you got that, and then you've got this thing. This is the weird thing that it's still developing, and people don't believe it, and I'm not sure. As soon as the feeds came back, one of the first things that happened was Zach pulled Morgan into the storage room and said, look, Will is so grateful that I gave him that trip. And I did see Will tell Ava, I'm never going to vote for Zach now. He's done that for me. That means so much to me. But Zach is now has told Morgan and Lauren after that, but he's told Morgan that Will is so grateful that he is going to tell or get somehow Catherine to use the power veto on Zach, and that if Catherine does that, then of course Ava will have to make a renom, and the renom will say to Ava, I want you to put me up in Zach's place. I don't know. I can't imagine this happening, but that's what Zach seems to be saying. Have not seen any indication from Will that that's something he wants to do, but it's out there. So we'll see how that plays out in the next 36 hours or so. All right. So there's that going on. So that's the major news from the Big Brother front. I don't know if I'll fill you guys in with any more news tomorrow. I could talk about Unlocked, but I'll skip that for now. I'll catch up with you either tomorrow or Monday. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks for checking this out, and appreciate you all. Thanks again to my patrons, as always, and I hope you have a pleasant rest of your weekend. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Meet new people and express your true self. Play IMVU, and you can customize your avatar and world to your tastes. In this virtual universe, you can choose from over 54 million items and join in on over 300,000 chat rooms. Create your unique style and show it off to millions of IMVU users around the world. Come find your community on IMVU, whether that be friends or more. Dress, play, connect. Download IMVU from the App Store or Google Play today.